Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart, and this is technical analysis of Apple Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, Facebook, and Twitter. This is an update of the videos I produced earlier, and we'll start off with Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. I originally did a kind of a lengthy update where I looked at the weekly chart and daily chart on July 17th. So where is July 17th? That's back in here, right here. So I was right here when I was talking about this. I was expecting this to turn down and actually stalled out a little bit more. And I've talked about this Green Mountain, so I won't spend a whole lot of time here because this is a trade idea that we are in. I do own puts. It does seem to be breaking down. I am expecting this to be an A, B, C. And so when I look at the projection real quick, here's the length of A move back to the top of B here. Therefore C will equal A down here at 100% at about 94, okay? And it's interesting that that will correspond with the 233-day moving average, which is currently at around 95, and the bottom of A down here is at 90. So this looks like reasonable, and it actually may come back down and test the bottom. So that's my current assessment on Green Mountain. I'm sticking with it. We're in the puts. We're going to ride it. We'll see if it'll continue to trend on down. Okay, the next one we're going to take a look at is Apple. This is Apple on the daily chart. Let's flash back to Apple on the weekly chart. And again, it's been several weeks since we talked. My only concern here, I do think this is impulse wave 4, a cycle wave 4 pulling back. Let's look at the entire wave. I think we had all the way back here in the 80s, the first 1, 2, and then we had this big major 3. And the reason why I call all of this 3, as I mentioned, is because we had a series of overlapping waves. And you can't overlap, like if this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this can't be 4 because it cannot overlap 1. So this whole setup led me to believe that this was a cycle wave 3, and now we've pulled back in cycle wave 4. Now my only concern with this is it's kind of a straight line. It's not really the opposite of cycle wave 2, so I'm cautiously bullish in this move. I mean, it's been trending real well and it looks bullish right now. And, the patterns are, they're doing the same thing. They're doing a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 here on Apple on a daily chart. So right now, I think we're in a 5th bracketed wave, this little I 5, Roman numeral 5. And it looks like an ending diagonal to me. I think it's bullish. I actually have a trade idea out I talked about last night, to enter into calls here today. For a little move up here. Now, I was talking about in the July 17th video or July 18th video, I was talking about that I thought it was going to substantially push above 101. I think this wave 5 is probably going to end around 101.5, right up in here is my guess. And it's not a guess, it's my estimate, let's put it that way, based on several things. And so I do think we'll then get a little bit of a correction, and then we'll get another push higher. Then we'll get above and get much higher above 100 is what I believe in terms of the wave structure. Okay, so Apple is still acting bullish, is still looking strong. And now let's move over and talk about Facebook. Again, we're going to pull up Facebook on a weekly chart and a daily chart. Let me flash back to the weekly, daily. Here, I still think that Apple has completed this first major move up here, or Facebook, sorry, has completed this first major move up here, 5 waves, and that we're in a corrective mode. And it's, it's still a little strong. It's pulled above this 5, but that's not unusual that if you're doing a flat correction. And that's why corrections can sometimes get a little funky, because they can continue on and morph into other things, and you just don't know where is it going. So right now, the reason I'm still thinking this is because, this was kind of strong in here. And I'll admit I'm not getting any divergence on this move on a daily chart. But when I go back to the weekly chart, here's where I'm still thinking that we could be in a corrective mode. This move here, okay, is getting bearish divergence, very strong on the demand index, on the DI plus and DI minus. The DI minus did not continue to weaken. The DI plus did not continue to strengthen. Okay, on this push higher and this push higher. So we're getting both pushes, and on the RSI, the 10-bar RSI, we're not getting the confirmation either of the move. So that tells me that, okay, yeah, this was a weak move, it corrected. We're getting divergence on now, so I'm expecting that it's going to correct. So we're closely watching Facebook. It's been acting really nice over the last couple of weeks. I think last time I talked, I was right in here, or no, it was right here, right in this area. Actually, it may have been this day, somewhere in here. See if I can look at the 23rd. If I look at my notes, that might help. So right in here, okay. And then it popped. I think that was after earnings. I'm not sure, but I think it was after earnings. So now it's stalled out after that move. So if we start to get our closes below this 10, there's a chance this thing is going to turn down. But right now, it hasn't told us it's ready and wants to turn down yet. Okay, Twitter is the last one we're going to talk about in this update video. We talked about Twitter on July 23rd. So where is July 23rd? Right in here. Okay. And I said it hasn't turned up yet. It hasn't had higher highs and, a combination of higher highs and lower lows. Well, now we are getting this blast off, I think, was tied into with Facebook's results and that type of thing. It took out this high. It also took out that high. So if we look at this here, it took out that high. So one thing, I mean, this is looking like a Head and Shoulders, bottom, and I think I talked about that on my last video. And so now, it's made that move, and it could be drifting back to the neckline. But the other thing, let's get rid of that. The other thing I'm looking at is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're into a fifth wave. And I do think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I'm expecting a fifth wave, okay? And then we'll correct this entire wave, and it may pull back down. We'll have to just watch the wave structure and see what we think's happening. But right now it looks like it's wanting to, head higher and get into bullish mode. All right, let's just take a look at the wave structure real quick, and then we'll finish on this. If we go to the top of 1, pull it back to the bottom of 2, wave 3 was an extended wave. A normal wave 3 would be 161.8% of 1, and it went well beyond that, which is fine. So it's an extended wave 3. So when we look at wave 3 and we say, well, okay, now where could wave 5 end? So then we measure from 0 to the top of 3, take it back to the bottom of 4, and the couple of ending points are 38.2, 61.8, and then once it's beyond, the next threshold is 100. So if I had to target and estimate that we still have another fifth small wave in here to complete this, I would say that this is going to be right at about 49.5, 49.6, 50, that range. So that's my best estimate right now on Twitter. It's looking bullish. Looks like it's trying to break out. We're just going to have to track the waves and see if we can get on board after a pullback is what I'm looking for. So, all right, that's it for this update. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. If you felt like this video was helpful, please share it on social media. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you're walking, just click on that little red box on the screen, and you'll be good to go. You can set up that way. If you're watching this video anywhere else but on my blog, head on over to joehenches.net or www.beyondthechart.com. Either one will get you there, and look at what we've got over there. We've got a lot of things set up over there, and we'd love to have you join the tribe. So, all right, this has been Joe. We'll see you on the next video.